ground 2, we see range 169, range rate -0.30, abort type posigrade Bravo. I see the lights as indicated in the C2V2 command panel, and the rest of block Bravo is as expected. Looking at the attitude in the docking system, we don't yet have a visual on the target. We'll let you know when we can assess that.
Copy all.
This is Mission Control Houston, 140 meters away from the International Space Station. The Dragon cargo vehicle has crossed the keep-out sphere, enabling commanding from the crew on board the International Space Station, Kate Rubins and Victor Glover. Inside the cupola, their monitoring procedures, they'll be able to execute a breakout maneuver if necessary. They've tested this command with activating the docking lights aboard Dragon. That test command looked pretty good. Now inside 130 meters, that rate maintaining at 30 centimeters per second, just as expected. We're expected to arrive waypoint 2 just a tad early, maybe about a minute early from the expected time, so 12:19 p.m. Central Time is what we're expecting, about 8 minutes from now. Everything's looking good for the approach and docking phase, the final phase of the journey of CRS-21 today. This is Mission Control Houston. If you are wondering what the Rendezvous Proximity and Operations Program that Kate Rubins and Victor Glover are looking at aboard the International Space Station, this is their view. These views are being provided through the Common Communication for Visiting Vehicles link, the link between the Cargo Dragon and the International Space Station.
I'm going to clean up after exercise, and then I will take it apart.
Copy all.
Sensation on space to ground 2, range 198 now, range rate -0.30, block Bravo as expected, attitude looks good in the MPEG streamer.
Houston copies all.
Kate Rubins reporting good telemetry, lines up with what the flight controllers here at Mission Control Houston are seeing. That range rate holding at 30 meters. We're now heading inside 80 meters away from the International Space Station. That next milestone, again, is 20 meters away from the International Space Station. Everything's looking good for the approach. Some of the other communications that you're hearing on space ground, of course, we do have Kate Rubins and Victor Glover monitoring the approach of Dragon, but we do have...
On 2 for docking light.
Down 2.
Kate, If you want the docking light to on instead of blinking, we are go for you to use the PCS display Crew Dragon Node 2 Zenith monitoring from the C2 V2 command panel section, bottom left, command docking lights to on.
Copy, go. We've been looking at that button, hoping you would tell us that. Thank you. In work. We're going to turn it on.
This is Mission Control Houston. Approach continues to look good. Cargo Dragon now heading inside of 60 meters. We're now 61 meters away from the International Space Station. Again, command abilities are enabled between the crew aboard the International Space Station, Kate Rubins and Victor Glover, at the control panel that you're seeing on the right. This is a view of Cargo Dragon from the International Space Station, thanks to some of the external high-definition cameras. That view is on the left there, but everything is looking good for Dragon's approach. Expected to reach the next waypoint, waypoint 2. This is 20 meters away from the International Space Station. At this waypoint, Dragon will hold. The Cargo Dragon will hold. The teams here will be expected to go through a go, no-go to make sure that everything is looking good for Dragon's final approach to proceed with docking. But that waypoint 2 arrival is expected just about a minute and a half from now.
Sensation on space to ground 2, 50 meters, range rate -0.30. Attitude is good in the MPEG streamer, and we are waiting to acquire a view of the target in the Dragon docking monitor.
Copy all.
Everything's looking good. Dragon is 30 meters and closing from this high-definition external view. You can see some of those service section Dracos firing, maintaining Dragon's attitude as it approaches its next milestone, 20 meters away from the International Space Station's International Docking Adapter 3, where it's expected to dock in a little bit more than 10 minutes from now.
Sensation on space to ground 2, we can see the target. We can assess alignment at 33 meters. We are at good alignment.
Copy, good alignment, 33 meters.
Sensation on space to ground 2, we see vehicle mode hold. We see good holding, range 25.92, range rate 0, good corridor alignment, and in the Dragon docking monitor we see good alignment. We have briefed step 5 and step 6, and we are go whenever you are.
And Kate, we copy all. It's looking good from down here also. We do have some predicted comm blockage that would have occurred during the docking sequence if we pressed immediately. We are intending to hold at waypoint 2 to around 1834 or so. We will give you a call when we are resuming approach.
Okay, copy, hold until 1834 for comm blockage. We're going to stay here and monitor, and we are go and briefed from the crew side.
Copy all.
This is Mission Control Houston. The Cargo Dragon has reached its next milestone, arriving at waypoint 2. It's now holding about 20 meters, a little bit less than 20 meters, 19.8 meters away from the International Space Station. Kate Rubins and Victor Glover are monitoring from the International Space Station. Their view is on the right there. That's the Rendezvous Proximity and Operations Program, providing telemetry. They said everything looked good from their end. The Dragon is holding, the command is hold, the Dragon is aligned, and from the crew perspective, they are go to proceed with docking. From here in Mission Control Houston, we are going to wait to proceed with docking today. There is some expected ratty comms that may interrupt some of the telemetry and data coming from Dragon as it makes its way, so we're going to pass that period, and we are expected to resume approach beyond 20 meters and go for a contact and capture, resuming approach from 20 meters expected at 12:34 p.m. Central Time, so it will be a little bit past our expected 12:30 p.m. docking time today, expected to resume approach at 12:34 p.m. Central Time. A 12:34 p.m. Central Time departure from waypoint 2 should put an expected contact and capture time somewhere on the order of 12:39 p.m. Central Time. That'll be our new target for today.
And Station Houston on 2 for Dragon.
And Houston Station on 60 ground 2.
Go ahead, Kate.
Head on 2. Yep, I was just letting you know my earlier range call was we had the node 2 forward docking point to VV docking point. Had crew 1 in my head still. We are now node 2 Zenith docking point to VV docking point and range 19.82.
Copy, 19.82, and I was going to call you and say make sure you're reading off the D2DM.
All right, and we can confirm on the D2DM 19.82.
Copy.
This is Mission Control Houston. Everything's still looking good from the International Space Station side. Kate Rubins and Victor Glover monitoring the Cargo Dragon as it holds 20 meters away. We've passed that holding point from their position, just making sure that they're watching the same telemetry. Kate Rubins, not too long ago, just about a month, even less than that, was monitoring the approach of Crew 1, that SpaceX Crew 1 mission that brought Victor Glover and 3 of his roommates, Victor Glover being one, the other astronaut currently monitoring Cargo Dragon's approach. Kate Rubins was monitoring the approach of Crew Dragon not too long ago, just verifying she's looking at the right data from Node 2 Zenith. That's the space-facing side of Node 2. In the International Space Station Flight Control Room here in Houston, teams are undergoing a go-no-go to proceed with docking. Again, we are expected to depart its current position, holding 20 meters away from the International Space Station. That expected departure time coming up in just about 11 minutes, 12:34 p.m. Pacific. This is just to make sure that we have a secure communication link from the data with the Cargo Dragon before we go ahead and resume approach. With that, we're expecting to see a docking around 12:39 p.m. Central Time today. A little bit later than we were expecting, but want to make sure we have some solid communications with Cargo Dragon. That's carrying now 6,400 pounds of cargo inside. some of the upcoming milestones. Again, Cargo Dragon is holding 20 meters away from the International Space Station, expected to depart.
The node 20 docking point to BB docking point on the RPOP on SSC 12. We're scared to touch SSC 17, so we haven't commanded anything on RPOP because we've got a good docking system view there.
Kate, we are happy with that plan, and just be advised we will have some ready comm on the ISS systems here through about 1833 up to 1834.
Copy, thank you.
This is Mission Control Houston. That was Kate Rubins reporting some of her updates. Voice you're hearing from Mission Control Houston, that's Mike Jensen confirming that RADICOM. So we may see this view of Dragon go in and out intermittently as we get towards that expected departure time of 12:34 p.m. Central Time. That again was delayed from the original departure time to allow us to get past this period of expected RADICOMs. Make sure we have a good communication link with Dragon as it makes its approach. Now, once it resumes at 12:34 p.m. Central Time, once it resumes approach, you'll hear some call-outs of Dragon as it approaches ever so closely, 10 meters and 5 meters. There may be a call called Crew Hands Off Point, CHOP, that's within 2 meters away from the docking port, just to make sure that Kate Rubins and Victor Glover inside the cupola module will not send any commands to Dragon within that time period. That's it again, 2 meters away from the expected contact and capture point. We'll call contact and capture during the soft capture of Cargo Dragon to the International Space Station and report that time to you with the official docking time and the location of the International Space Station and Dragon. The operations are not yet done. After that, we'll continue to provide coverage as the soft capture ring is retracted to pull Cargo Dragon into the international docking adapter, and then we'll have to wait for a hard capture of Cargo Dragon. So there's 12 hooks that keep Cargo Dragon hard mated to the international docking adapter, and we'll continue our coverage until hard capture is complete and the docking operations have ceased. We're expected at that time to end our coverage, though the expectation is that the vestibule will be pressurized between the Cargo Dragon and the International Space Station to allow for the hatches to be opened later today at getting access to some of the cargo inside. They'll perform a lot of the Dragon cargo maneuvering or cargo moving operations tomorrow. Much of that will be tomorrow, but they're expected to get to a lot of the cargo inside today. We're now 6 minutes away from the expected departure time from Waypoint 2. Dragon is still holding at 20 meters away from the International Space Station. Again, this is part of those RADICOMs that you've heard from Capcom Mike Jensen called up to the crew. We're waiting to get past this period of RADI communications with the Cargo Dragon, which should stabilize expected at 12:34 p.m. Central Time. And at that point, we're expected to depart Waypoint 2 at 20 meters and resume approach. This is Mission Control Houston. Again, we're in holding period for Dragon, which has arrived to its waypoint 2 holding position 20 meters away from the International Space Station. We're just holding here for a little bit longer than expected to get past this period of rowdy communications. As you can see, some of those video feeds from the station going in and out through this period, but it's expected to stabilize. Stand by for that official confirmation that Cargo Dragon has departed waypoint 2.
And ready, we see good attitude. The capture sequence, we see range 19.82 and good attitude has been holding steady.
Copy all, and we're coming out of the blockage. We'll be resuming hopefully momentarily.
This is Mission Control Houston. Again, we have not departed that 20-meter holding point, just waiting for the S-band link that provides low bandwidth data. We're waiting for that to stabilize. Should be a little less than a minute until we see the departure of Cargo Dragon.
Station Houston, space to ground 2. Dragon is resuming approach and is go for docking. Monitor per steps 5 and 6 in 1.102. Uncrewed Dragon approach and retreat monitoring.
Copy, steps 5 and 6, crew is also go for docking.
We just got confirmation Dragon has resumed approach.
We see range decreasing 19.41 and decreasing. Attitude is good, holding steady. We see abort type grade C. Vehicle mode command lights are as expected and corridors as expected.
Houston copies all.
Good call-outs from Kate Rubens, who's alongside Victor Glover in the cupola module. She's monitoring the telemetry of Cargo Dragon as it makes its final approach for docking. Again, approach has resumed from 20 meters. We're now inside 17 meters. Meters from station and closing. Some of the International Space Station structure now coming into view as we pass 12 meters from station. now inside 10 meters. Approach is looking good and aligned.
Cessation on space to ground 2, range 8 meters, good attitude.
Copy, 8 meters, good attitude.
Dragon is now inside 5 meters. Meters, grounds have called a hands-off point, standing by for contact and capture.
Cessation space to ground 2, 2 meters, chop.
Copy, chop.
Crew hands-off point. One meter. And we have confirmed contact and capture 12:40 p.m. Central Time.
Station Houston, Dragon contact and soft capture complete.
Soft capture complete.
Again, confirmed contact and soft capture. Dragon and the International Space Station were 268 statute miles over the southern Indian Ocean, 12:40 p.m. Central Time. Soft capture ring is now retracting.
Station Houston, ring retraction is in progress.
Copy.
Again, we have a confirmed contact and soft capture at 12:40 p.m. Central Time. The Dragon and Station were both 268 statute miles over the southern Indian Ocean at the time of capture. We're now standing by as Dragon undergoes some of the final steps for a hard capture to the International Space Station. The first is the retraction of the soft capture ring. There's 12 hooks that'll drive to maintain a hard mate with the International Space Station. That'll be the next milestone coming up for Crew Dragon to officially dock to the International Space Station. As the docking sequence continues to go underway, we're now entering into an orbital sunrise. You can see sort of the glint of the sun shining from behind the cargo. Dragon now at its new home on the zenith or space-facing side of the station's Harmony module. That happening again over the southern Indian Ocean, the Terminator line just south of Australia. great view of Cargo Dragon now in its new home. This is pointing straight up at the zenith or space-facing side. The Dragon is still undergoing some of the final steps of the docking sequence. Right now undergoing the retraction of the soft capture ring.
Station on Space Ground 2, we see undock complete. Sensor 1, Sensor 2, stopwatch has started.
Okay, Rubens inside of the cupola module, continuing to monitor the docking sequence for Cargo Dragon. Again, that soft capture ring is nearing completion of its retraction. Next, we'll be driving the 12 hooks that will hard mate the Cargo Dragon into place right in front of the International Docking Adapter 3.
Houston Station, repeat.
And Kate, ring retraction is complete. We are holding the docking sequence here to finish the MCS reconfiguration.
Copy, we've got our timer started.
Again, we have a confirmed contact and soft capture. 12:40 p.m. Central Time. The station and Dragon were 268 statute miles over the southern Indian Ocean. The soft capture ring has retracted. We're just waiting for to reconfigure some of the attitude control of the International Space Station itself, and then we'll resume with the hard capture, driving 12 hooks that will hard mate Cargo Dragon into place on its new home aboard the International Space Station on the space-facing side of the Harmony module.
Copy, hook driving, MCS config complete.
And we had confirmation that the International Space Station itself has been reconfigured. Its attitude control now in the right configuration to allow for a hard capture. That'll be 12 hooks driving to hard mate Dragon in place. The International Space Station on control moment gyro, attitude control throughout this next sequence of docking. That'll be, again, the 12 hooks that drive hard mating Dragon into place. is Mission Control Houston. The Cargo Dragon has been given a go to resume its capture sequence. That'll be 12 hooks that drive to essentially hard mate or lock Cargo Dragon into place. Soft capture, contact and capture occurred at 12:40 p.m. Central Time. From this view, from one of the high-definition cameras of the station's truss, you can sort of make out the nose cone of the Crew Dragon. Two dueling dragons attached to the International Space Station at the same time. Cargo Dragon you see at the top of your screen, and Crew Dragon over to the left is at the very forward end of the International Space Station. Right now, each of those vehicles now together passing 272 statute miles just south of Australia over the Terminator line into an orbital daytime over the South Pacific Ocean. Now again, 12 hooks need to be driven to hard mate the Cargo Dragon to the International Space Station. We received confirmation that 6 of those 12, or half of the hooks, have driven. Standing by for confirmation of the remaining 6 hooks. Losing some of the video from the International Space Station, but we're still receiving good telemetry from the Cargo Dragon. Those 6 remaining hooks still driving to enable a hard capture of the Cargo Dragon to the International Space Station today. We're nearing completion. And we have confirmation of hard capture complete.
Station Houston on 2. Hard capture complete.
Houston Station on Space to Ground 2, copy. Hard capture complete. And I'd just like to say a huge congratulations to all of the teams that worked on SpaceX 21. It's pretty amazing to think that less than a month ago you docked 4 crew members to the International Space Station, and now you are bringing a vehicle full of world-class science for us to execute. Thank you.
Copy all, and it is our pleasure.
This is Mission Control Houston. You heard those words from Kate Rubins aboard the International Space Station, welcoming 6,400 pounds, more than 6,400 pounds of cargo arriving to the International Space Station. You heard that hard capture sequence is complete. The Cargo Dragon is officially mated to the International Space Station. Hatches are expected to be opened later today for that first access to some of the incredible science that is on board. A recap of the mission that you have seen today. We did have a confirmed contact and capture. That time was 12:40 p.m. Central Time. At the time of docking, the Cargo Dragon and the International Space Station were flying 268 statute miles over the Indian Ocean. That completes completes the approach and docking sequence of Dragon, the cargo Dragon, on its CRS-21 mission to the International Space Station. With that, we will wrap our coverage here in Mission Control Houston. Thank you for joining us for the duration of the flight of CRS-21, beginning yesterday, December 6th, launching from Pad 39A over at Cape Canaveral, or the Kennedy Space Center over in Florida, launching at 10:17 a.m. Central Time, and docking to the International Space Station a little more than 24 hours later, 26 hours later, at 12:40 p.m. Central Time. That will wrap up our coverage today. This is Mission Control Houston.